Hi there, my darling Aries. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of December the 15th, 2025. So, my darling Aries, we're just going to jump right in and start off with a wisdom of the Oracle as an overarching energy. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here and then finish off with angel answer cards. Wow, mid-December already. Can you believe it? Only 10 days till St. Nick, till the big man in the fat suit comes, or the fat man in the red suit comes down the chimney. So, I mean, look, for those that celebrate, that is, I mean, I do love Christmas, favourite time of year. So, let us see, my darling Aries, what messages we've got coming in for you. By the book. This one doesn't come up that often. So, I mean, this is a kind of an energy of, doing things by the book, or it may be telling you to step out of that energy of having to do things by the book. Maybe you're being encouraged this week, my darling Aries, to, maybe put the book down and write your own rules. I mean, you can see the depiction on here is elephants following each other. So, maybe this is encouraging you to not follow the crowd and, go your own way, my darling Aries. Anyway, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Aries. What does Aries need to know for the 15th of December 2025? What messages does Aries need to know? The Lovers. Page of Swords. And the Ten of Wands. Yeah, okay. Interesting energy. All right, my darling Aries. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Lovers. So this is Gemini energy. So if you have Gemini in your chart at all, I would definitely encourage you to go and watch the Gemini reading as well, because there could be a message there for you. But the Lovers is all about love, or relationship here. And what I'm feeling here is that there may have been, some kind of relationship that has felt, like a burden, and you've been, going by the book, or treating it by the book. But I think this is encouraging you to, maybe put those burdens down and step outside that sort of comfortable arrangement. But anyway, I don't want to jump ahead or anything here. But so yeah, the Lovers, this in the time of the tarot, the Lovers was actually called the choice card, but it was a choice in a relationship, or a choice or a decision that you needed to make within a relationship, my darling Aries. So what I'm feeling here energy wise is I do feel this is a relationship. So whether this is a love, intimate love relationship, it's up to you. It doesn't have to be. It can be, a friend, can be a work colleague, can be a neighbor, can be anything where there is a connection. My darling Aries, could even be a boss, but I'm feeling it's something that you have, someone that you have a connection with, and you're being asked here. In the traditional tarot, on the card, there's a male and a female. There is a mountain between them. There is clouds, an angel, and then the sun is above the angel. The mountain literally means some kind of obstacle between them that they need to overcome. So I feel for you that there is just some kind of, and I'm not going to say distance, because I don't feel distance, but I feel maybe challenge that has come up in a close relationship of yours, which has felt like a bit of a burden to you, or you've been taking on the other person's burdens. So what I feel for you is that you're being encouraged to work this out. This is the time. We've got, Mercury's coming out of retro shadow now. Energy is going to move forward. I feel, my darling Aries, it is time for you to move forward with this relationship. And I feel the energy will be there to support you in doing that. And then you have the Page of Swords. So if you've been watching me for a while, you know that pages in the tarot are messengers. And I feel this fella, he comes in to spark your curiosity here. And I feel for you, just off this energy here that's coming in, that you're being encouraged to maybe explore a different way of approaching this relationship here. This can also be an admirer as well, that someone's watching you. But I feel more that, you're being encouraged to learn more, spark your curiosity about how you can learn more about, not doing the same thing you've always done in a relationship. You're being given the opportunity now to approach this relationship differently, to spark your curiosity in the fact that you're being asked to look at something differently. What can you learn from what's happened in this relationship? What can you learn from that and take it with you into the future with this person? What can you learn from what this relationship is teaching you? Take the lessons and the love, leave behind the baggage, but take the lessons and the love. And I feel that if you can do that, if you can see what the lesson is in this, challenge or obstacle that you're going through, that will propel you forward, and it will allow you to gain some clarity here with the Page of Swords. And then you have the Ten of Wands. And as I said, Ten of Wands, tens in the tarot are completions. So, this is coming to an end, my darling Aries. Carrying the burden is coming to an end for you. I love this energy. So I do feel as well that these burdens aren't just yours either. I do feel that you're carrying somebody else's burdens here, and it's time to put those down, my darling Aries. You're being encouraged here to move forward. You're nearly at the end. You can see you've got one last wand here. You're nearly there. It is time to release those burdens. You're nearly at the finish line. Release the burdens, put them down, and look at what it is that, what are these burdens teaching you? What have you taken on that aren't yours, my darling Aries? And I feel that, putting those down will be what will propel you forward. Once you can recognize what it is that is holding you back, I feel that will propel you forward, allow you to put your burdens down, and allow you to put down not just your burdens, but the other person's, my darling Aries, and release that energy and move forward. Because I feel that this relationship has further to go, my darling Aries. So if I'm going to put it all together, like I said, I just feel that you've got a relationship here, and it's a significant relationship, but there is something between you that is, maybe some miscommunication happened during Mercury retrograde and you're needing to sort that out. You've got the opportunity this week to do that. I feel that you're being encouraged to not do things by the book, to look outside traditional ways of, solving issues, my darling Aries. And I feel that is what the Page of Swords is going to encourage you to do here, is to think outside the box. Your curiosity will be sparked in a new direction, or to find new ways, my darling Aries, of working this out between this other person. Put your burdens down, release the other person's burdens as well, because they're not yours. Take the lessons and the love and move forward. You're almost there, my darling Aries. I love this energy for you. It is growth here. I just feel massive growth here for you, my darling Aries. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Really does help my channel grow, and it's free, doesn't cost you anything, and I'd really appreciate it. So thank you. Let us get final messages for you, my darling Aries. Yeah, it's up to you, my darling Aries. That's what the angels are telling you. Only you can solve this. Get more information. This is what the Page of Swords is offering you. More information, my darling Aries. Yeah, can't make this up. There's your romance card. I said that. It felt like a relationship, a significant relationship. And look, like I said, it doesn't have to be love, but I do feel this is a close relationship. Within the next few weeks, they say, yeah, you've got a yes, 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 yes. And it's a yes with the exclamation point as well, my darling Aries. So, I mean, I see you moving, this energy progressing. I see it moving from, the difficult phase into, clarity here. That's what I feel for you, my darling Aries. So beautiful energies coming in. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Taurus. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of December the 15th, 2025. So, my darling Taurians, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Taurus, what messages does Taurus need to know for this week of December the 15th, 2025? What does Taurus need to know? By the book. Yeah, this came out for, I think, might have been Aries or Leo, I'm not sure. But yeah, look, I feel with this energy of by the book that you're being encouraged to think outside the square, not do things by the book, not follow the leader, my darling Taurus. That's what I'm feeling off this card here, is that, we're coming out of that Mercury retro shadow. It's time to move forward, my darling Taurus. It's time to move forward according to your own lessons, book. You need to write the book here, my darling Taurus. Not follows people that have gone before you, is what I feel to tell you this week, my darling Taurus. I feel that you need to write the pages of this book, your book, my darling Taurus. So I'm excited for that energy for you. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Taurus. What does Taurus need to know for this week of the 15th? Ten of Swords. Yep, something's dead done over with. Two of Swords. Make the decision. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah, love it. Love this. It's not, that can't be a better outcome. The Ace of Swords, your victory, your success. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start here with the Ten of Swords, and I mean, there's no doubt about this card does not look the greatest, but tens in the tarot are completions, and this one, something is definitely dead done over with, my darling Taurus. Whether something literally stabbed you in the back, whatever that situation, person, place, thing is, it's over, my darling Taurus. I feel this is a cycle that has ended for you. And yes, it was painful. I feel that energy for you, that there was some kind of painful cycle that is ended. And I feel like it came to a conclusion during Mercury retrograde. But you're still feeling, why this is showing up is you're still feeling these energies of hurt, of, just that you're not moving forward. My darling Taurus, move forward. It's dead done over with. this is the dawn of a new day for you, my darling Taurus. I feel that so much for you, that the blessing, this was a blessing in disguise. There is so much, something better coming for you, my darling Taurus. That's what I feel for you off the Ten of Swords. And then you've got the Two of Swords here, which is like the energy of, having to make a decision. Do you go this way or that way? But you don't just have to make a decision on this way or that way. There are many ways. There are many decisions you can make here. There are many different ways you can go here. You can see that she has a blindfold on. So blindfolds in the tarot represent needing to trust your intuition, my darling Taurus. So I feel that's really important for you to leave behind what is dead, done, over with, my darling Taurus. I feel that's very important. Leave in the past what happened in the past. Let it go. Take the lessons and the love, yes, but make the decision as to which way you need to go next. Trust your intuition. What's it telling you? Which way do you need to go? Make the decision. Does it feel good? If it feels good, move towards that, my darling Taurus. If it doesn't feel good, don't go that way. Wait until the time is right to make a decision. If you're on the path and you're in the, you've made the decision and you're walking the path and it doesn't feel good, change, my darling Taurus. You've got that by the book card. Rewrite your future. You can do this, my darling Taurus. It's in your cards here. You cannot make a mistake. Whatever choice or a decision you make is right for you. And if it's not, then you take what lessons you learnt along the way and make another decision. Move in a different direction, my darling Taurus. We can move in any way we want to go here, my darling Taurus. Because then you've got the beautiful Ace of Swords here. This is clarity. This is truth. This is your sword of truth, your sword of clarity here. This is also a victory and success. You can see the clouds. That sword is above the mountain. It's above the clouds. You have clarity. Clarity is incoming for you, my darling Taurus. But I feel what's important for you is to speak your truth as well, because this is the sword of truth. I feel what you've come through, it's in the past. Leave it behind. Take the lessons and the love, yes, but leave behind what hasn't served you. Leave behind what was painful for you. That song, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. It does. It cannot kill you, literally. It will only make you stronger. It will only make you realize what it is you don't want, my darling Taurus. And I feel for you that you need to leave in the past what's in the past and move forward to this beautiful clarity. I feel that speaking your truth, as much as somebody may not want to hear it, you need to do it, because I feel that it will empower you. It will bring forth your clarity and victory and success, my darling Taurus. You need this. This is coming for you. Victory and success and your sword of truth. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel, look, something, this is showing up again to allow you to close this chapter, my darling Taurus. Something is dead, done, over with. I feel it happened during the retrograde, but the energies, because we've been going through the shadow, they're still lingering. Leave it behind. Let it go. Take the lessons and the love and choose the new path here, my darling Taurus. Trust your intuition. Take the blindfold off and move forward with clarity and decision and truth, my darling Taurus. Rewrite the pages of your book according to what you want. Do not follow the crowd. Move to the beat of your own drum is what I feel I need to tell you here, my darling Taurus. This is just beautiful energy coming in for you. Absolutely beautiful. To be able to, move through this energy and get the victory at the end is divine. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Really does help my channel grow, and doesn't cost anything. But yeah, it does something to the algorithm and just pushes my content out to more people that may need to see it. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Taurus. Yeah, peaceful resolution. And I feel that. I feel that, you know, even though it doesn't feel peaceful, I feel that you have the opportunity for a peaceful resolution. Yeah, helpful people around you. So ask. If you need help from others, ask, my darling Taurus. You can't make this up. The situation will improve. Absolutely. I've felt it the whole way along that Ten of Swords, it is dead done over with, my darling Taurus. So let it go and move forward. Within the next few months, they say, you've got a yes. Absolutely. You have a yes. This is yes energy. This is moving forward into clarity and victory and success, my darling Taurus. I'm loving this energy for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Geminis. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of December the 15th, 2025. So, my darling Geminis, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Gemini, what messages does Gemini need to know for the week of the 15th, middle of December, week of the 15th of December? What messages does Gemini need to know? Time for a nap. Love it. Time for a nap, my darling Geminis. Are you tired, my loves? Are you feeling the brutality that we have been through with that Mercury retrograde? We are now coming out of that shadow period, my darling Geminis. So you may need to take time for yourself to rest, relax, recover. You're being encouraged to take a nap. Maybe gather your resources here, because we are going to come into a busy, season of celebration, of being with family, of, just a busy time, my darling Geminis. So you're being encouraged here to take a nap, my darlings. So, if you feel tired, have a snooze, my loves. All right, let us consult the tarot. Oops, throwing away. Let's consult the tarot here and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Geminis. What messages does Gemini? They're very chatty today, these cards. What does Gemini need to know? And I don't take pop-outs. If they're going to come out, they'll come out. All right. 2 of Cups. Love it. 4 of Cups. And the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, love it. All right, my darling Geminis. What I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the 2 of Cups, and I love the 2 of Cups. This is, and funnily enough, this is a card of communication. We've got the Staff of Hermes here, which is Mercury. This is your ruler. This is communication. And we've just come out of the retro shadow, or we will be coming out of that Mercury retro shadow this week. So I feel that a lot of communication, a lot of, any misunderstandings, anything like that we may have had while we were in Mercury retrograde will clear this week for you, my darling Geminis. And I feel, this is a card of a soulmate as well. These 2 people, they're supposed to look different. It's supposed to be someone different from, your usual type as well. So I feel that maybe the miscommunication that you had may have been with someone, close to you, and we're coming out of that energy now. And what I'm feeling here is that, the energy between you and this person is very strong. It is, it is that soul connection type of energy. And you know what I feel to say to you is, if you were able to get through this murky, hideous Mercury retrograde that we had, and this person is still with you, I feel that this is going to be a genuine long-term connection, my darling Geminis, which I love for you. So, and if you're not looking for love, this could just be you and your higher self, that you've found, you know, peace within you and your higher self, that, you know, that feeling of being in tune with yourself is a lot clearer now, my darling Geminis. But I am getting a deep soul connection here. So, you know, yay for you if you're looking. I don't feel it's someone new. I feel that it's someone you've got a connection with. So, you know, take that how it resonates, but that's what I feel here. And then you've got the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is all about, you know, boredom and apathy. I feel off this Four of Cups that you may have been, and look, this, I am going to blame Mercury retrograde on everything, because it's dominated the whole readings, all these readings that I've done. You know, all the readings that I've done so far have been about coming through and gaining clarity, and have been about moving forward, moving through the energy, my darling Geminis. So I feel here, you know, you can see she's very focused on these three cups here. And she's so focused on these three cups that she may miss this opportunity that's coming in up here. I feel to tell you to not be so focused on what hasn't worked out, my darling Geminis, but to be focused on, you know, where you want to go, not where you've been, if that makes sense, my darling Geminis. So, you know, I feel being too focused on what hasn't worked out it just keeps you stuck in that energy of something not working out. And, you know, as you know, the law of attraction says what we think about, we bring about. So what you want to think about is what is going to happen, not what has happened, my darling Geminis, especially if this was not good. What we want to think about is what we want, in terms of what, you know, what it is we do want, not what we don't want, my darling Gemini. So I just feel that you need to be aware to not be focused on, you know, what hasn't worked, what's in the past. Let it go, my darling Geminis, and be open to receive that there could be an opportunity here coming for you. So just be open to that. And then you've got the beautiful Queen of Pentacles. So this is earth energies. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your life, or it could literally be you embodying the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, my darling Geminis, which is beautiful energies. The Queen of Pentacles, and look, there's no gender in the tarot, it's just the energy of the card, so male or female here. But the Queen of Pentacles is all about resourcefulness. She has, you know, she sits on her throne. She has everything she needs. She doesn't bother about what it is that she may not have this or she may not have that. She's sitting there thinking, I have everything I need. I have everything I need in order to go wherever it is I want to go. I have everything I need in order to move in the direction that I want to move in, my darling Geminis. And I feel if you're embodying this energy, that's what you need to say to yourself. I have everything I want. I have everything I need to be exactly where I want to be, my darling Geminis. That should be your mantra, because that's the energy that I'm feeling here for you of the Queen of Pentacles. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel, you know, you may need to take a rest, I think, with this time for a nap card, because I feel that Mercury retrograde may have been a bit brutal for you. So if you need to take time out to rest, relax, recover, do it. No shame in doing that, you know, and if you can do that with someone else, yay, that's great. But if you need to take the time for yourself, do that. You know, you're allowed to have time for yourself, my darling Geminis. But if I'm going to put it all together, what I feel is that, you know, there is definitely, I feel, a soul connection here. And I feel that you being in this energy of having all the resources and that you need will, I feel that this energy will, you know, will heal. You know, if there's been a difference between you and someone else, murky communications, things like that, I feel that will heal. And I feel you need to be ready for this opportunity. And this may be with this person, you know, I'm not sure, you know, that's going to be different for everybody. But, you know, if you're too focused on what hasn't worked out, you won't be open to receive this other opportunity that's coming for you, my darling Geminis. And embody that energy of the Queen of Pentacles. Be in your own power here. You know, you have realized that you have all the resources that you need in order to do whatever it is that you want to do, my darling Geminis. And if it involves this person here, amazing. You know, maybe two of you will move forward together, which is beautiful energy. So, you know, like I said, take that how it resonates, but I do feel that communication lines are open for you this coming week, which is just going to make everything better for you. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Really does help my channel grow. Does something to the algorithm, pushes my content out and allows other people to see it. So I'd love it if you could. All right, my darling Geminis, let's get final messages for you. Ask your angels, yeah. If you need to go within, ask, believe, receive. You know, talk to your angels. Meditate, my darling Geminis. Can't make this up. If you believe, ask, believe, receive. That was what I was saying about the Four of Cups. Is don't focus on what hasn't worked out. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Improving health. Yeah, and I think that's just going to be a byproduct of, you know, better communication, better energy, all that kind of stuff. Perfect timing, they say. I love that. And that's what I feel that Four of Cups is perfect timing. If you can be open to receive, perfect timing. And you got a yes. And I love this for you, my darling Geminis. So look, overall, this is going to be a week, I feel, of just moving forward. Communication lines are going to be open between you and someone else. And I feel that both of you will move forward together, you know. But if you need to take time out, my darling Geminis. That is what I feel is coming for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Cancerians. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of December the 15th, 2025. So, my darling Cancerians, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we're going to move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Cancerians, what messages does Cancer need to know for the week of the 15th of December 2025? What messages does Cancer need to know? The Fates. Oh, I love this card. Love this card. This is a beautiful card of fated type energy, my darling Cancerians. So what I feel for you this week, I mean, we've just come out of a brutal Mercury retrograde, coming through the end of the shadow this week. So I feel that we'll all feel a lot more clarity, a lot more like life is moving forward, not stuck, my darling Cancerians. And you have this beautiful card of the Fates, whereas I feel something this week may be fated for you, which is beautiful energy. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Cancerians. What messages does Cancer need to know for the week of December the 15th. Nine of Cups, there's your wish fulfillment, love it. Two of Cups, love. The Nine of Swords, yeah, I feel that you're coming out of that Nine of Swords energy. So I love this for you. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards. And then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the beautiful Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is all about wish fulfillment and, you know, being in alignment with what it is that you have been wishing for and hoping for, my darling Cancerians. This is not a card of make a wish upon a star and it's all going to come true. No, no. This is a card of getting into alignment with what it is that you want to manifest, my darling Cancerians. So whatever goal, wish or dream it is that you want, you need to get into alignment with that energy. You need to feel as though you already have what it is that you have been hoping, wishing for, praying for, my darling Cancerians. Because when you get into the energy of what it is that you have been, you know, wishing for, hoping for, you know, wanting to bring into manifestation, that's where the universe will move everything into alignment for you and bring it to you. You cannot just wish, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, because the universe will just allow you to keep wishing for that. My darling Cancerians, you need to say, I have a beautiful, supportive relationship. I have a high-paying, successful, fulfilling job. I am exactly where I want to be. All those present tense affirmations is what you need to say to yourself. Put it out into the universe. And that is how you attract your Nine of Cups, my darling Cancerians. And then you've got the beautiful Two of Cups here. So the Two of Cups is all about, you know, it could be a soulmate coming in for you. If this is what you've been, you know, hoping for, wishing for, if you've been wishing for a new person to come in, well, this could be the week, my darling Cancerians. But you need to be open to it. So you can see the Staff of Hermes here. This is Mercury. This is communication. So you need to keep the lines of communication open. You know, we've just, like I said, come through this brutal Mercury retrograde. And I don't know about you, but my communications were all over the place. There was miscommunications. There was things taken out of context. There was, you know, harsh words. And it was very brutal. Like I felt quite put through the ringer, so to speak, my darling Cancerians. So, you know, I feel that if this isn't a soulmate, if you're not looking for love, then this is you and your higher self. And I feel that you need to, you know, be in tune with you and your higher self. But if this is another person, I feel that it's fated that they come into your life, my darling Cancerians. I feel that they've come in at exactly the time that you need them, but you need to recognize them, my darling Cancerians. You need to bring them into reality by recognizing them and by not wishing and hoping and praying, but by saying, this is what I want. This or something better, my darling Cancerians. I have a beautiful relationship that's supportive. I have everything I want and desire, not I want. Because if you say you want, the universe is going to allow you to keep wanting that. So make sure you talk in the present tense, my darling Cancerians. And then you have the Nine of Swords. So I feel this is the energy that you're coming out of. I don't feel that this is what is going to happen. I feel that this is where you've been. And it's just showing up here to allow you to release it, my darling Cancerians. Like I said, I feel this is the remnants of Mercury retrograde, that you felt just like I did, that I was just, everything was brutal. Like I was put through the ringer. Had sleepless nights. I was anxious. You know, I had great anxiety. I had awful sleeps. And so if you're anything like me, I understand this energy, but you're coming through it. Leave it behind. Realize that you have the potential for so much more. Put this behind you, my darling Cancerians. You're not here anymore. Let it go. Take the lessons and the love and let it go, my darling Cancerians, because this is not serving you anymore. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel that what is happening for you from this week forward will be fated, my darling Cancerians. You've got such spiritual connection on your side here. I feel that there's someone coming in that will fulfill a wish for you, that will make you feel that this is what you've been hoping and praying for. But as I said, excuse me, as I said, you want to talk as if you already have it, not that you've been hoping and praying for it, that you have this, that you deserve this, my darling Cancerians, that this person is yours already, that you have this person, not that you will have this person, if that makes sense. And I feel that this person will come into your life at exactly the right time and you'll recognize them and you will feel as though your prayers have been answered and it's fated. This energy here, leave this behind. You're not going there anymore. Just leave it behind you, my darling Cancerians, and move into this beautiful wish fulfillment energy here. So I love this for you. That fated energy, you'll recognize it as soon as you feel it. As soon as you see, as soon as you meet that person, you'll know. You'll go, this is the one. So I love that for you. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. You know, it really does help my channel grow, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. All right, my darling Cancerians, let's get final messages for you. If you believe, yes, that's exactly what I was saying. Ask, believe, receive. That is the law of attraction. Yeah, listen to your intuition, my darling Cancerians. You know, go within, listen to what your higher self is trying to tell you. Forgiveness. Yeah, look, you know, whatever happened with that Nine of Swords there, you may need to practice some forgiveness of yourself and of others. Forgiving someone else does not condone their behavior. It sets you free, my darling Cancerians. Take action, they say. Yes, you need to take action towards your goals, wishes, and dreams. Put intention into your words, my darling Cancerians. Yeah, and choose a new direction. I love this for you, because I can see there is a new direction coming in here, my darling Cancerians. This is happening for you. Definitely. All this beautiful energy is coming for you. So yeah, love this for you. My darling Cancerians, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Leos. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of December the 15th, 2025. So my darling Leos, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finishing off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Leos, what messages does Leo need to know for the week of December the 15th, the middle of December already? Woo, we're chuffing up to Christmas. I love Christmas, my favourite time of year. So let us see what messages we've got for you. And I think these are all upside down. No, they're not too bad. Go the distance. Yeah, I love this card. And I feel this is the energy of the readings that I've done so far. Everything's like forward movement type of energy. Like everything, you know, don't stop, keep going, we're nearly there type of energy. And I feel that this now, we're coming out of the retro shadow. The Mercury, we had Mercury retrograde. It went direct on the 29th, but we were still in retro shadow. So I feel that this week we actually come out of that retro shadow, and you're being encouraged here, my darling Leos, to keep moving forward, keep going. You're nearly there. You can see here, finish line. It's nearly here for you, my darling Leos. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Leos. What does Leo need to know for this week? Two of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Pentacles. All right, my darling Leos. What I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start here with the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is an energy of, this or that kind of thinking, which way, make a choice. You could either go this way or that way. But what I think, or what I don't think people realize here is there's more than one way, or there's more than two ways to make a decision. There's more than two ways. You don't just have to make this decision or that decision. There could be other choices you could make as well. You can see here the blindfold. Blindfolds in the tarot represent needing to trust your intuition, my darling Leo. So I feel that you're being encouraged here as we're coming out of that retro shadow to, now's the time to, make the decision of which way you want your life to go now. Do you want it to go this way or do you want it to go that way? And do you know what? If it's not the way, if you go down this path and it's not the way, it's not working out for you, stop. Go back, go a different way, my darling Leos. You do not have to continue down the path you're going if it's not working for you. I can't stress that enough. I think a lot of people feel stuck that once they make a commitment to a certain path, they have to keep going on it. But I don't agree with that. I feel that, along the way, we test and measure and we decide, is this working for me? If it's not working for you, change, my darling Leos. Go in a different direction. Take the blindfold off and see clearly where it is that you're going, my darling Leos, and make the decision to move in the direction that feels good for you, to trust your intuition. Take a breath and feel, if I go this way, does it feel good? Yes, great, go that way. If it doesn't work out, go a different way, my darling Leos. You are not stuck. You are not stuck in only one way to do something, my darling Leos. And then you've got the Hierophant here, or Hierophant, however you want to say it. So the Hierophant is Taurus energy. So if you do have Taurus in your chart, I would encourage you to go and watch the Taurus reading as well. But the Hierophant is all about, government institutions, higher learning. It can also be the card of a blessing. In the traditional tarot, in the Hierophant, he's making this symbol with his hand, which is the symbol of a blessing. And there are two people in front of him, and he is blessing those two people. So I feel for you in this reading, that this is kind of like that blessing in disguise type of energy, that you're, whichever way you decide to go, you're blessed, my darling Leos, that you can make more than one choice here. I feel that you're very spiritually connected. The Hierophant is also the bridge between the heavens and the earth as well. He's very spiritual. He is in, he has that speak with the higher realm. So, and I do feel that you have that sense as well this week, my darling Leos, that you feel in touch with the heavens and the earth. So use that energy, my darling Leos. Use it to your advantage. And this could also be you wanting to learn more about the situation, and I would encourage you to do that as well. But I really do think it's just the path that you're going on is blessed. I feel that you've got that go the distance card. I feel that you're being encouraged to follow this through, my darling Leos, and your path is blessed along the way, if that makes sense. And here you have the Nine of Pentacles. And I feel this is what you're working towards, my darling Leos. So the Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. It is, a card of gratitude and luxuries of, your environment and where it is and what it is that you want to do. independent energy as well, my darling Leo. So I feel this is you stepping into your independence and your power, my darling Leos, which I love for you. You can see here she's got 3 pentacles here and 6 here. She is happy to give away these 3 pentacles here because she always has 6 for herself. It's that law of attraction. It's that law of reciprocity. What you give out comes back to you tenfold. So she will be happy to give out these 3 pentacles here because she knows she's going to always have 6 for herself. She knows that she's going to always get back more than what she gives out. So I encourage you, my darling Leos, to feel in that energy of give to receive, if that makes sense. Give your energy into whatever this goal, wish or dream it is that you have here. Put your energy into it. Go the distance. See it through and watch the magic happen, is what I feel is coming in for you, my darling Leo. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel there is, you're being encouraged to go the distance. There's no doubt about that. You're being encouraged not to give up 5 minutes before the miracle happens because you're almost there, my darling Leos. Make the choice or a decision. Trust your intuition. You'll know which way to go. And if you feel, along that path that it's not the right path, go a different way, my darling Leos. There is nothing telling you can't. And I do feel that this is going to be blessed. I feel that you will know that it's the right path for you because you'll feel it, my darling Leos. And what you have at the end waiting for you is gratitude, luxuries, everything, standing in that independent, beautiful energy, this beautiful pre-empress energy that's waiting for you. This is abundant, energy, my darling Leos. And this is where I feel you're going to be, in that beautiful gratitude and luxuries type of energy, pre-empress energy, but you've got to go the distance, my darling Leo. So I love seeing this for you. This is beautiful energy, my darling Leos. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I am very active and interactive in the comments. I'd love to know if this resonates with you. If you could please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Doesn't cost anything to comment, like, any of that, but it really does help my channel grow and I'd really appreciate it. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Leos. Yeah, get more information. And I feel that is what the 2 of Swords is asking you to do. Get more information, trust your intuition so you can move and make the decision. Romance. Look, romance is always open to us. This may be a relationship that you're wanting to make a decision about or go the distance for. Yeah, can't make this up. The situation will improve. It's in the cards. I'm seeing it for you, my darling Leos. A year from now, they say, yeah, you'll choose a new direction. So don't freak out when you see that year from now card, because all that means, I feel to me, is you're going to look back on this time a year from now and see how far you've come. See the decision that you've made as being the right one and choosing that new direction, going this different direction that you're being encouraged to choose, is what will give you this amazing, beautiful gratitude and luxuries type energy, my darling Leos. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Virgos. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of December the 15th, 2025. So, my darling Virgos, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Virgos, what messages does Virgo need to know for the week of December the 15th, 2025? What does Virgo need to know? Mending. Yeah, I love this card. Oh, my darling Virgos, do we need to mend? I feel that we do. And I feel, that I feel that this latest Mercury retrograde we went through was brutal. And I mean brutal. I don't usually feel the Mercury retrogrades, and I'm a Virgo, so that, I'm ruled by Mercury, but I don't normally feel it. Like, I just, yeah, there might be some niggles here and there, but this one was brutal. There was so much that happened. There was, you know, there was conflicts, there was miscommunications, there was, crossed wires, there was, delays, there was just, I felt like I was treading through mud, my darling Virgo. So put it in the comments below if you felt the same, because this one was brutal. So I'm very glad to see the end of Mercury retrograde and come through this shadow, which ends this week. And hopefully we'll all feel that we're moving forward with clarity and purpose, my darling Virgos. But this mending card I love. I feel that we will be starting to mend whatever was a little bit fractured during that Mercury retrograde. And I say fractured because I'm not going to say broken, because I don't feel anything was actually broken. I just feel it was a little bit cracked and fractured, and we just need to mend it, is what I feel. And I feel we will this week. I feel that there will be a lot of healing, a lot of mending this week. So let us consult the tarot. Oops, what happened then? Let's consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Virgos. What messages does Virgo need to know for this week of the 15th? King of Pentacles, yeah, there's us in our own energy. Two of Cups, love it. And Chariot, yeah, love this. This is forward movement. This is us moving forward with gusto, with success, willpower, us being guided by the universe, my darling Virgos. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the King of Pentacles. Now this could be our energy here. This is Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So the King of Pentacles is all about financial stability. It is all about material success, material stability, my darling Virgos. So I feel if you felt that was what was fractured in your life coming through the Mercury retrograde, things like that will be, I feel that we're embodying this energy of the King of Pentacles, where we feel stable and secure in our material realm here. In all aspects, actually, I feel, of our life, I feel that we're sitting in this energy of just feeling that we have it all, my darling Virgos. You can see here, he's the King of Pentacles. He's the king of his suit. He is the master of his suit here. He sits in his wealth. He sits in his content, stable, secure energy, just feeling that he has everything that he could want. And I feel that this could be our energy this week, that we just feel content, that we feel that finally things are stabilized, that we feel that, we're in a position of real stability and growth, my darling Virgos, which I'm loving for us. And then we have the Two of Cups here. So, this, funnily enough, is Mercury, the staff of Hermes here, Mercury communication. This can be the Two of Cups, a soulmate type of energy, or, you and your higher self if you're not looking for love. But I feel that there could just be a real breakthrough in communication with someone else this week, with you and someone else, that is mending this week. I feel that the lines of communication are open and they're clear, and we can move forward, my darling Virgos. We can feel that this energy between us and someone else, whether that's, an actual soulmate, whether it's a lover, whether it's a friend, a work colleague, family member, it's someone that we have a real connection with. So I don't feel it's just, an acquaintance. I feel that this is someone that we have a real soul connection with. And I feel that with the, communication will be moving forward. It'll be mending, my darling Virgos, which I'm loving. This is beautiful energy. This is us clearing the energy between us and someone else so we feel that we're in that energy of stable, secure energy, that we can feel as though we can move forward because the lines of communication are open and clear, my darling Virgos. So I love that energy. And then we have the beautiful Chariot card. So the Chariot, as I said when I put it down, was all about victory and success, moving forward. It is about powering forward, my darling Virgos. You know, you can see these two sphinxes on the Chariot here. There are no reins on this Chariot. It is, these two sphinxes are guided by the universe. It is where we put our intention, my darling Virgos, is where the Chariot will take us. So we need to put our intention in to what it is we want, not what we don't want, what it is we want, my darling Virgos. Put intention behind where we want to go, what we want to do, what outcome do we want for ourselves. Sorry, my voice this went. Excuse me. What outcome do we want for ourselves for the end of this year? You know, I feel this week is pivotal. I feel it all comes down to this for us, my darling Virgos, that we can move forward. We will finally be moving forward with success, victory, willpower, drive, determination, ambition, my darling Virgos. I feel we are just going to, I feel this is the week we're going to take off. So if I'm going to put it all together, because I just about nearly did, but I feel this week will be a real healing week, whether it's healing yourself, healing with another person, healing within a relationship, healing, you know, with just anything that got fractured during that Mercury retrograde, I feel will be healed this week, my darling Virgos. And I feel that we're sitting in our own energy, stable, secure, feeling content and ready to, ready to clear the lines of communication with someone else that we have a soul connection with. So we're able to move forward. I feel that we're going to move forward with this other person, my darling Virgos. I feel that we're going to push forward with this other person with victory and success. We're going to move towards our goals, wishes and dreams. We're not going to look back. We are going to put intention and ambition behind what it is we want and move forward with determination, with ambition, with gusto and just success, my darling Virgos. I love this energy for us. This is fantastic type of energy. Like, I'm looking forward to this energy of just no more delays, no more, murky energy, no more, feeling stuck, and that we're just going to move forward with success, my darling Virgos. So love it. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. It really does help my channel grow and just does something to the algorithm that pushes my content out. So thank you. And it's free. Yeah, improving health. I feel that will just be a byproduct of us, moving through that energy and mending ourselves. Yeah, listen to your intuition, they say. I feel that's important, especially when it comes to knowing thyself, my darling Virgos. Remain positive. Yeah, if you're not, that is part of the law of attraction, is remaining positive. What we think about, we bring about. So remember, whatever thoughts we have need to be positive. Whatever self-talk we have needs to be positive, my darling Virgos. In the near future, they say, don't stop. Yeah, do not stop, my darling Virgos. We've got the Chariot there. We're being encouraged to keep moving forward. Don't stop. Success is coming to us, my darling Virgos, which I love to see coming. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Librans. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of December the 15th, 2025. So, my darling Librans, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Librans, what messages does Libra need to know for this week of December the 15th, 2025? What does Libra need to know? All right, my darling Librans, let's get overarching energy for you. Chaos and conflict. I do feel, as soon as I pulled this card, I felt that this is what you've been going through, my darling Librans. I feel this is what you have been experiencing during that Mercury retrograde that we had, and that's over now. We're coming through. This is that retro shadow will clear this week for that Mercury retrograde, and I feel that this is what was left over. That's what I feel, and I feel that I feel this energy will clear for you this week. But it's been brutal, my darling Librans, that's for sure. And I do feel that, I feel the chaos and conflict will ease for you this week, or it'll clear. I feel that you'll get the answers that you need this week, my darling Librans. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Librans. What messages does Libra need to know for this week, the 15th? Two of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, love it. There's your clarity, my darling Librans. I feel that, there's your clarity right there. Yeah, this energy, I feel that you're moving past this. But I feel it's come up just to let you know, to acknowledge that you've gone through this, my darling Librans, and you're coming out the other side is what I feel I need to tell you just off the bat here. Now, what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords is a card of needing to make a decision. Do you go this way or that way? But I feel that there is more than two ways that you can go, my darling Librans. I feel that, you don't have to only go this way or that way. You can go any way. Make any decision that you want. You can see she's got a blindfold on here. Blindfolds in the tarot represent needing to trust your intuition. So I feel to be able to go within and choose which way it is that you want to go. Think about which way you want to go and feel, does it feel good? Which direction do you want to go? Does that direction that you want to go feel good? My darling Librans, feel it. If it feels good, go in that direction. If it doesn't feel good, choose a new direction. My darling Librans, I feel that's the message for you off this Two of Swords here. And then you've got the Nine of Pentacles, which I love. This is card of gratitude and luxuries. It is pre-Empress energy, my darling Librans. I feel for you that this is what you're working towards, my darling Librans. I feel you're working towards that independent, gratitude, luxuries, feeling stable and secure in your own energy, my darling Librans, that this is what you want. You've had chaos and conflict around you. We've come through a brutal Mercury retrograde, and you felt that your energies have been scattered and that you haven't felt stable and secure, that, you felt maybe out of your own energy here. Here it is coming back to you, I feel, my darling Librans. I feel that you will feel empowered. I feel that you'll feel independent and just in your own power, in your own energy, my darling Librans. You can see on the card here, she's got 3 pentacles on this side and 6 on this side. She is happy to give away these 3 pentacles because she knows she always has enough for herself. It's that law of attraction, the law of reciprocity. What we give out comes back to us tenfold. So if she gives out 3, she's going to get back 6. That's the law of attraction, my darling Librans. So I'm encouraging you to give from a place of knowing that you have more than enough for yourself. You know, I feel if we close ourselves off to receive, then we're going to try and hold on to something too tightly, and it's only going to slip through our fingers, my darling Librans. So I'm encouraging you to, you know, be in that energy of feeling grateful for what you have and grateful for where you're going, my darling Librans. I'm also drawn to her gaze on this bird here. She is focused on that bird. I feel that there is a focus that you need to focus on, if that makes sense. There is something that you need to focus on, whether it is the road ahead, whether it's the decision, or, you know, whether it's, you know, I feel it's the path ahead that you need to focus on, not where you've been. We're not going back that way. We only want to focus on where we're going, my darling Librans. So, yeah, take that how it resonates, but that's what I feel. Because then you've got the Queen of Swords here, and I feel in this energy, because she is your queen, she is the Queen of Air, and I feel that you are embodying. This is you in your own energy, my darling Librans. You are embodying this beautiful Queen of Swords here. You can see she's got clouds only halfway up her body. She sits above the clouds. She has got clarity. She has her sword up and her hand out in the traditional tarot, which means she's ready and able to receive. So I feel in this energy, my darling Librans, that you need to be ready. You've got clarity. Your head is above the clouds. You've come through this chaos and conflict, my darling Librans. It's time for you to keep your sword up and your hand out, ready to receive what's coming to you, my darling Librans. It's coming. The chaos and conflict is what's left behind. You are ready to receive. You have gained all the clarity that you need. It's time for you to receive what it is that is rightfully yours, my darling Librans. So if I'm going to put it all together, and I probably already have, but I just feel this chaos and conflict is in the past. It's time for you to leave it behind, my darling Librans. You know, don't let it come into the future. Let it go. This is your final chance to let that go. We're moving out of that retro shadow. Everything's going to move forward. Make the decision. Choose the decision which way you need to go. You've got the clarity now to make that decision, my darling Librans. It's time to move forward and step into this beautiful energy of gratitude and luxuries, independence. It is coming to you. This is where you want to be, in this independent energy of feeling gratitude and luxuries and wealth, success, everything. It's coming for you this week. I feel you're going to gain the clarity that you need for sure, my darling Librans, which I love for you. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I would love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Doesn't cost anything. Really does help my channel grow though, so I'd really appreciate it. All right, let us get final messages for you, my darling Librans. Yeah, it's up to you. No one else but you, my darling Librans. Only you can clear this. Let go. You've been told, let go. Let go of this chaos and conflict energy. It's exactly what I said. Leave it in the past where it belongs and move forward. Meditation brings answers. So if you need, like I said, with that Two of Swords, put your hand on your heart and feel. Go within. Trust your intuition. Is that decision that you're making, is the direction that you want to go, good, feel good. Perfect timing, they say. Yes, it is. Perfect timing because you got a yes. Love this for you. The yeses have been coming up a lot in these readings, which means that tells me that this energy is shifting forward. We're only going forward now. There is no no's. There are only yeses coming into this beautiful energy, my darling Geminis, which I love for you. So thank you so much for watching. I love you. and I'll be back again soon. Did I say Geminis? I meant Librans. Sorry, Librans. This is for you. That was Libran. I meant you. Bye for now. Hi there, my darling Scorpios. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of December the 15th, 2025. So, my darling Scorpios, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Scorpios, what messages does Scorpio need to know for the December the 15th, 2025? What messages does Scorpio need to know? All right. Soulmates. Ooh, I love this card. Soulmates. So, my darling Scorpios, so love could be surrounding you this week, which I love to see. And look, we've had awful energy with Mercury retrograde that we've had. It was brutal, actually. It was brutal for me in all of November. Horrible energies, like just really miscommunications, anger, people, for no reason and things like that. And yeah, terrible miscommunications, which I hate, and things being taken out of context and everything like that. So I love that the energy for you this week, my darling Scorpios, is that of soulmates. So love is surrounding you. And I love that as we're coming into the holiday season and things like that, it's good to feel all warm and fuzzy with someone. So love this for you. We are coming out of that Mercury retro shadow this week too, so things should move forward a lot nicer, a lot better. All right, let's consult the tarot here and see what messages we've got for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know for this week? 15. Knight of Cups. There's your soulmate coming in. The 4 of Swords. Love it. And the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, look at these 4s. All right, my darling Scorpios. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the 9 of Cups. So here is the potential soulmate coming in for you, my darling Scorpios. Your knight in shining armor is potentially rushing in on their white horse, ready to sweep you off your feet, my darling Scorpio. So I love to see that energy. And look, if you're not looking for love, it just could be a friend coming in that feels like a soulmate, has that connection with you, but just could be this person that comes in as a support for you, and you feel that real deep connection with them. So if it's not looking for love, then I feel it's just someone coming in that will feel like a soul connection, and they'll come in to support you, my darling Scorpios. But I do feel this person is coming in to sweep you off your feet if you're looking for love, and to make you feel supported, make you feel loved, make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, my darling Scorpios. So enjoy that energy, embrace that energy, my darling Scorpios. Allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to, allow someone to do things for you, allow someone to support you, allow someone to love you, my darling Scorpios. If you're like most Scorpios that I know, they're always being of service to other people. But maybe let someone else do something for you, my darling Scorpios. That's kind of what I'm getting off this Knight of Cups card for you, is to allow you to be taken care of for a change. Because then you've got the 4 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords is all about rest, relax, recover. And I feel that you need this after that brutal Mercury retrograde that we had. I feel that you need to allow yourself that time to recover. Allow yourself that time to, rest and, you know, maybe go and do something nice for yourself. What does it mean to you to rest, relax, recover? Does it mean going for a nice walk? Does it mean going and getting a massage? Does it mean having a bath, you know, with beautiful bath salts and, you know, smelly things and all that kind of stuff? Does it mean spending time with someone that you love, you know, a soulmate? You know, it's going to be different for everybody, but I feel that it's going to be important for you to allow yourself to rest, relax, recover, whatever that means to you, to gather your resources because of this busy holiday season that we're coming into, and because of the brutal energy that we had with that Mercury retrograde. I feel we're all needing to rest, relax, recover a little bit, my darling Scorpios. And then you have the Four of Pentacles here. So I feel that there could be something, my darling Scorpios, that you're holding on to too tightly to, that your fear, you know, it's the question of what are you holding on to for fear of letting go, my darling Scorpios? Like, is there something or someone that you can't quite let go of? And is that causing you to not be able to move forward? Is that causing you to not be able to allow someone new to come into your life, my darling Scorpios? Is it that you're just, you're holding on so tightly to the energy because you're afraid that if you let it go, it's gone forever? Not the case. You know, there's this saying that, you know, if you hold on too tightly to, you gather some sand in your hand and you hold too tightly, it all falls through your fingers. Yet if you just cup it and allow it to sit there, it will sit there, my darling Scorpio. So just allow is what I feel off this Four of Pentacles here. Allow yourself to sit with this energy and not hold on too tightly to something that may need to be let go, is what I feel for you, my darling Scorpios. And that could be a person. We just with this soulmates card that's coming in, I feel that there could be, you could be holding on too tightly to a past person, and that's stopping you from allowing yourself to receive this new person that could be coming in for you. Let it go, my darling Scorpios. Allow yourself the time to rest, relax, recover, meditate, think about what it is that you want, and be open to receive, because this person is coming in to support you. They're here. Be open to receive them. They want to help you. They want to support you. They want to love you, my darling Scorpios. Allow them. It's literally in the cards this week. So allow that person, allow that energy to come in for you, my darling Scorpios, because you deserve it, my darlings. You so deserve it. You do so much for everybody else. It is time to let someone do something for you. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'd love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe. Really does help my channel grow. Throws it out, throws my content out to the algorithm and just lets more people see it. So I would love it. Thank you. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Scorpios. Yeah, no need to worry. This is all happening in divine timing. Can't make this up. Trust, my darling Scorpios. Trust that everything is working out for your highest good. Get more information. Yeah, if you need to get more information, get more information. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask what you need to ask. Within the next few months, they say, there's something better. Oh my God, there is definitely something better here for you, my darling Scorpios. Look at it. Here it is. There is something or someone coming in to support you, my darling Scorpios, and it's going to be joyous for you. I love this. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Sagittarians. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of December the 15th, 2025. If it is your birthday this week, my darling Sagittarians, a big happy birthday from me to you. Let us jump right into your reading. We're going to start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Sagittarians, what messages does Sagittarius need to know for this week of December the 15th, 2025? What messages does Sagittarius need to know? To be fair, yeah. So, I mean, you can see on this card here, this to be fair, there's the scales of balance here. So, you're sort of weighing up, what is right, maybe. This is kind of like the Justice card, I feel, in the tarot. So there could be a situation this week around you, my darling Sagittarians, where, I feel that you need to restore that balance in your life. We've just come through a brutal Mercury retrograde, and certainly have been brutal for me. But we've come through the retro shadow now. We're out the other side. Things should start to feel like they're moving forward. And I feel that what would benefit you this week, my darling Sagittarians, is to balance your energies. Now that we're through that retro phase, it's time to maybe weigh up, see what's happened, evaluate what happened during the retro period, and balance, restore balance to your life, my darling Sagittarians. That's the message, or the feeling I'm getting off that to be fair card. But let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Sagittarians. What does Sagittarius need to know for this week? The 15th. Queen of Wands, yeah. The Lovers and the 6 of Wands, yeah, great. Beautiful energies coming in for you, my darling Sagittarian. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start here with the Queen of Wands. Now I feel that this is you in this reading, my darling Sagittarians. She is your queen. She is the Queen of Fire here, and you are a fire sign. So I feel that you're embodying this energy this week, my darling Sagittarians of the Queen of Wands. She's very bold. She's assertive. She doesn't care what anybody thinks. She just moves forward with passion, with intention, my darling Sagittarians. And I would encourage you to do the same. Embody that energy of knowing which way you want to go, and go that way. Move forward, my darling Sagittarians, because I feel that, you've been in that period where you've been sort of juggling, not knowing whether which way you go, not knowing which direction that you want to go or that you need to go. My darling Sagittarians, you're being encouraged here, just go. I feel that you're very attractive at this time as well, and you've got the Lovers card here as well. So I feel that, you have that energy of being persuasive, and everything you say this week, my darling Sagittarians, I don't feel anyone's going to be able to say no to you, if that makes sense. So I really love this energy for you this week. As I said, and you've got the Lovers here. So this is Gemini energy as well. So if you do have Gemini in your chart, I would encourage you to go and watch the Gemini reading as well. But I'm not feeling a heap of love of this reading, but I mean, love is always open to us if we want it. So more of what I feel off this is there is some choice or a decision that you need to make, my darling Sagittarians, whether that's in a relationship or something in general. I do feel that, like I was saying to you, with the Mercury retrograde that we have come through, that things have been not clear. There's been miscommunication. There has been things taken out of context. There has been, you've taken 2 steps forward, 1 step back type of energy, my darling Sagittarians. Now, is the time to clear that energy, to, the mountain between you and someone else is no longer there. It is time to, walk over that mountain, my darling Sagittarians. Walk over that mountain to the other person and make amends. Walk over that mountain to the other person and clear the air, clear the communication, balance the energies in that to be fair card. See the other person's point of view. If there is them trying to, give you some feedback, see that point of view. Be open to receive that feedback, my darling Sagittarians. And I feel that you will just have that balance be restored in your life here with that, taking charge with the Queen of Wands and just moving forward and deciding I'm going to fix this will have great benefit for you. And what you will receive is being celebrated, my darling Sagittarians. You've got the Six of Wands here. This is, you being celebrated, you being put on a pedestal. It is, you having a victory, my darling Sagittarians, which I love for you. You can see she's got the victory wreath here. She's actually got another one underneath her crown here and her crown. And she's riding the white horse of victory in. And these people, they're all celebrating her. She has done it. She's come home. She's been through the war. You have been through the war, my darling Sagittarians. It is now time to reap the rewards here. Balance your energies. Take charge of which direction you want to go and let everyone know this is where you're going. And I feel that you will be celebrated for, making the decision to move forward, for taking charge of the decision as embodying the Queen of Wands, and you will trot in by the end of this week victorious and just feel that energy shift has happened, my darling Sagittarians. So yeah, I'm going to put it all together, and I probably already just did, but I just really feel that, that Mercury retrograde was brutal for all of us, I feel. And, we've got the opportunity now. We're coming out of that shadow. We're coming out of, that murky energy, and it is time now to clear the air. You've got the to be fair card here. I feel that, you're being encouraged with the scales of balance here to balance back those energies. Get your balance back in your life. Take charge. Be the Queen of Wands. Move forward with bold, assertive action. Fix what needs to be fixed in this relationship. Overcome this mountain. Make the choice or the decision, my darling Sagittarians, and you will be celebrated. You will come out the other side victorious, my darling Sagittarians, which I love for you. So yeah, beautiful reading, beautiful energies coming in for you, my darling Sagittarians. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. Would love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow, and it just does something to the algorithm and pushes my readings out for more people that need to see it, and it just would really help, so I'd appreciate it. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Sagittarians. Love this. Abundance. You can't make this up. This is what will be coming for you. It's coming. Look for a sign, they say. Yeah, look for the signs, the synchronicities, the symbols. They're all there to teach you something. Yeah, and let go. Let go, I feel, which is what I said to you, I think let go of that old Mercury retrograde, murky energy. Leave it in the past, my darling Sagittarians. Take charge with the Queen of Wands and move forward with bold, assertive action. Within the next few months, they say, yeah, you got a yes. And it's a yes with an exclamation point, my darling Sagittarians. So, I mean, this is beautiful energy that's coming in for you. I see a beautiful progression out of that Mercury retrograde energy into beautiful celebration, being celebrated, victory and success energy, my darling Sagittarians. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Capricorns. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of December the 15th, 2025. So, my darling Capricorns, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finishing off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Capricorns, what messages does Capricorn need to know for this week of December the 15th? What does Capricorn need to know? Right, let us see. Why? The question is why, my darling Capricorns. You may have been asking this question, for most of November. Why? Why is this happening to me? Why? Why am I having so many miscommunications? Why am I going through what I'm going through right now, my darling Capricorn? So if that's been a question on your mind, I feel that, this will heal this week for you. I feel that it's come up because you've been asking this the whole time. I mean, we've just come out of a brutal Mercury retrograde. So, we're going to clear the retro shadow this week. So I feel that this question of why may be lingering for you, my darling Capricorns. Why did this happen? Why am I going through this? And I feel that you may get the answer this week, my darling Capricorns. So, yeah, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Capricorns. What messages does Capricorn need to know for this week of the 15th? The Hierophant, Lovers, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, okay. So this may have been around a relationship, my darling Capricorns, from what I can see happening here. That I can tell you what the reading feels like to me straight away, but I won't. I'll, pace myself. Otherwise, the reading will be over in 2 seconds. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Hierophant or the Hierophant. So this is Taurus energy, your fellow earth sign of Taurus. So if you have Taurus in your chart at all, I would encourage you to go and watch the Taurus reading, because there could be a message there for you, my darling Capricorns. But I feel that this is, I feel that there could have been a commitment, or that you're, this could be a card of marriage, my darling Capricorn. So I feel that that could be the question of why that's circling around you is, should you marry this person? Is this person your forever person? That's kind of what I'm feeling. And I know, that's what's popped into my head. If you're not looking for love and this isn't anything to do with marriage or anything, maybe this reading isn't for you. So take what resonates, leave the rest. But there is a specific message here for someone that I'm reading for. And I feel that the question of marriage has come up. Now, if this came up during Mercury retrograde, there has been, I feel, it hasn't been clear for you as to what you want, whether you're the person who asked or popped the question, or whether someone else popped the question. I feel that the energy around wasn't clear for you, and you were asking, if there was a no here, you're asking why. If you can't make a decision, you're asking why. I don't think it's a bad thing to take your time. When we're talking about the rest of your life here, you don't want to make a commitment lightly, my darling Capricorns. So I feel that, the question of why may have come up for you because of, to do with a marriage, or, yeah, that's what I feel. That's sort of what I'm getting off the Hierophant here. So, you know, if that's happened to you, then I feel this week, just off this card, I feel it'll become clear to you what you need to do, is what I feel. Because then you've got the Lovers. So the Lovers is Gemini energy. So if you have Gemini in your chart as well, I would definitely go and watch the Gemini reading. But the Lovers is about love. It can be about usually it's about a choice or a decision to make in a relationship, my darling Capricorns. In the traditional tarot, there's a male and a female, and there is a mountain between them. There is clouds, an angel, and the sun is shining over the angel. The mountain between them literally means that there is a mountain between them. There's some kind of obstacle. There's some kind of choice or a decision that they need to make. And I feel the choice or a decision that you need to make is, do you marry this person? That's what I feel. It's just glaring at me, is what I feel to tell you, my darling Capricorns, is that's what you need to decide. Do you want to marry this person? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with this person? Now, marriage can mean different things to different people. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to go through the whole ceremony and, you know, legally marry someone. It could literally mean making a commitment to them. Do you want to make this deeper commitment to this person, my darling Capricorns? That's what I'm feeling here off the Lovers card, is that's the choice or a decision that you need to make. And no one else can make that decision for you, my darling Capricorns. So that question of why is, are you asking why this person said yes or no? Are you asking why you can't make the decision? Why you can't let this person know yes or no? That could be what's swirling around. So, like I said, reading for a lot of you, but I feel this is a specific message for someone. And then you have the beautiful Queen of Cups. So I feel that this is the most significant card in this reading for you, my darling Capricorns, because I feel you need to embody the energy of the Queen of Cups. Now, look, male or female, there's no gender in the tarot. It is the energy of the card I'm meaning. And the Queen of Cups is all about following her heart. She knows how she feels. She knows she's tamed, you know, she knows her emotions. She knows herself, my darling Capricorns. And I feel that you embodying that energy of the Queen of Cups will bring you the clarity and the answer to the why that you need this week, my darling Capricorns. So, like I said, follow your heart. She follows her heart. Listen to your heart. Go within. Put your hand over your heart, my darling Capricorns. What is it trying to tell you? When you think of this person, does it make you feel joy? When you think of this person, do they bring you peace? Do they make you happy? Do you want to spend your life with this person? If there's that feeling of maybe it's not for you, follow your heart, my darling Capricorns. It has plenty to tell you, I feel. So if I'm going to put it all together, and like I probably already have, but I do feel that there is definitely some choice or a decision that you need to make in a relationship about making a commitment to this person, my darling Capricorns. You've been asking the question, why? Why does this person not want to marry me? Why do I not want to marry this person? Why can't I make a commitment to this person? Why? I feel this week you'll get your answer why, my darling Capricorns. But I do feel you need to, if you embody this energy of the Queen of Cups, follow your heart, my darling Capricorns, because it will not lead you astray. What does your heart say? What is your heart trying to tell you? If you follow it, I feel you will get the answer that you've been wanting, my darling Capricorn. So yeah, I love this for you. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. If you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, really does help my channel grow, and it, just does something to the algorithm and pushes my content out. And it's free, doesn't cost you anything. So yeah, I'd love it if you could. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Capricorns. Helpful people. Yeah, look, sometimes just talking to someone else can give you the answer, can give you the clarity that you need. Yeah, comes up twice. Ask for help from others. You clearly need to talk to someone about this, my darling Capricorns. Here we go, 3 for 3. Ask your angels. You're being encouraged to ask for help here. Don't try and go this alone, my darling Capricorns. I feel that someone else has the answer for you or will help you bring clarity. A year from now, they say, yeah, you've got a yes. So don't freak out with this a year from now. I feel that you'll look back on this situation a year from now and be glad that you made the decision that you did. Be glad that you asked for help. I feel that you'll be glad this whole situation happened, my darling Capricorns. So yeah, you got some beautiful energies coming in. I feel top of mind is to follow your heart here and ask for help from others. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Aquarians. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of December the 15th, 2025. So, my darling Aquarians, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Aquarians, what messages does Aquarius need to know for the week of December the 15th, 2025? What does Aquarius need to know? Fork in the road, yeah. And I feel that's a lot of this energy that's been around this week of, coming to some kind of crossroads here. And I feel that this is all the remnants of coming out of the retro shadow that we've been in. We had a brutal Mercury retrograde in November, and I just feel we're coming out of that energy now, and it's time now. You've come to some kind of fork in the road. Which way do you go now, my darling Aquarians? So yeah, I feel that energy is come through so you can decide which way you need to go next, my darling Aquarians. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you. What does Aquarius need to know for this week of the 15th? I'd be surprised if the Lovers come out, because that's kind of choice or a decision type of energy, but yeah, let's see. Or 2 of Wands. Anyway, let's see. All right, got the 3 of Pentacles, love it. The 5 of Swords, yeah. And the Strength card, love it. Yeah. Strong after a little period of conflict here, my darling Aquarians. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the 3 of Pentacles. Now the 3 of Pentacles is all about teamwork. As they say, teamwork makes the dream work. So I feel in this energy for you that, you've been working hard on something, on your work, my darling Aquarians, that you've been putting your work on display, that you have been being recognized for the work that you have been put on display here. But, you're now coming to a point where you go, well, what's next for me, is what I feel is this energy telling me, with just what's on the table here and, the energy that's coming in. I do feel that the work that you have put on display, you will be recognized for it. I feel that you'll be put on some kind of, you'll be shining out there, if that makes sense, that it's been put on display. You'll be recognized for the work that you have done, for sure. But now you're wanting to know, well, where do I go from here? I've done this. I've put it out there. It's been successful. Where to now, is what I feel is coming in to you, my darling Aquarians. And then you've got the Five of Swords. So I feel with the Five of Swords, you've won, you've had a victory here, but the victory has been hard won, is what I feel. And that may have had something to do with, your work. As I said, putting that work on display, working with other people. Was it a conflict with someone else? Was everyone not happy with the work that you put on display, the way you went about it, things like that? That's kind of the energy I'm feeling, but it doesn't matter. You know why? Because you got through it, my darling Aquarians. You won. This is the card of a hard-won victory. In any kind of conflict, someone's got to win, someone's got to lose, but you don't have to be happy that someone lost. It's just, it is what it is, my darling Aquarians. And that's what I feel here, is that this has happened. You won. It was hard won, but at the end of the day, someone has to. And I feel that you're now wondering, well, where do I go now? You've put out the work that you've done. It was well received. You were admired for that work. I feel that there was someone on the team that wasn't happy, and that may have caused a little bit of argy-bargy conflict, but you won, my darling Aquarians. And I don't mean that there was an actual fight, but I just feel that there was a victory for you. But I don't feel I don't feel you loved winning, if that makes sense. So yeah, anyway, that's just what I feel. Because then you've got the beautiful Strength card, and I love the Strength card. I mean, this is Leo energy, so if you do have Leo in your chart, I would, encourage you to go and watch the Leo reading. But this is all about your inner strength, my darling Aquarians. This is about how you've become the strong person that you are. What lessons this experience taught you has made you stronger, my darling Aquarians. And I feel that. I feel you've gained such inner strength through this process here that you now know where you want to go. Yes, you've come to a fork in the road, but I feel the clarity that this week brings in will allow you to choose which direction that is. No problem at all. You can see the infinity symbol here on this card. That's a symbol of infinite possibilities, my darling Aquarians. You have infinite possibilities, I feel, this week. I feel that little bit of conflict that may have arisen from some kind of collaboration, you'll move through that. It's taught you what you needed to learn. Take the lessons and the love and use that to make yourself stronger, which I feel you will, my darling Aquarians. Take it, use it and bring it with you into whichever new direction you're going, my darling Aquarians. And I feel that it will just propel you forward. I love this for you. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel that there is definitely some kind of choice or a decision that you need to make. You've come to a fork in the road, my darling Aquarians. There's been some kind of conflict that's happened, that's arisen around your work, I feel. It's around some kind of collaboration, is what I feel. But you've got through it. You put your work on display and it was well received, but someone didn't like it. Too bad. You got it. You're not going to be able to please everyone, my darling Aquarians. Once we recognize that, our lives move forward a whole lot better, I feel. You just need to look after you. That's it. Look after your inner strength. Look after your inner self-talk. Look after you, my darling Aquarians. And I feel that you will this week. I feel that you will gain so much inner strength from this situation that you will move forward with gusto, with this new, whichever direction it is you're going to choose, you'll move forward with positivity and purpose, is what I feel that's coming in for you this week, my darling Aquarian. So yeah, love to see that. Love that for you. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love to know if this resonates with you. Please do like, share, comment, subscribe. Really does help my channel grow, and It's free, doesn't cost anything, but what it does to the algorithm is just, I don't know, push it out there, and I'd love it if you could do that. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Aquarians. Yeah, peaceful resolution. What did I say? You will come out the other side of this. You won. But it is a peaceful resolution because you will feel peace within. If you need help, ask for help from others. That's the Three of Pentacles. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, be assertive, they say. Move forward. Make that decision, my darling Aquarians. Make it with positivity and purpose, as I said. Not the right time, they say. Choose a new direction. Yeah, not the right time, I would say, to stay stuck. So with that fork in the road card, I feel you need to choose a new direction. It's not the right time to stay where you are, is what I feel that's saying to you, my darling Aquarians. So yeah, I just feel you've got an incredible opportunity this week to, move through any kind of conflict that came up because of your work, gain the inner strength that you need in order to move forward, make this decision of where you want to go next with positivity and purpose, my darling Aquarians. So I love to see this for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Pisces. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of December the 15th, 2025. So, my darling Pisces, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Pisces, what does Pisces need to know for this week of the 15th of December 2025? What does Pisces need to know? Never-ending story, yeah. And look, I feel that that's this Mercury retrograde energy leaving us, my darling Pisces. It was brutal, that Mercury retrograde, and we're coming out of retro shadow this week. So I feel that the energies will start to move forward for you. This never-ending story, which will have felt like a never-ending story, I feel, for you up until this week, will shift for you. So I feel this has come up to let you know this is the last of it. Put this behind you. It is not part of your story anymore, my darling Pisces. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Pisces. What messages does Pisces need to know for this week of December the 15th? Right, what have we got? 9 of Swords, yeah. That's over. That's your never-ending story there. I love that. It means it's dead, done, over with. The Lovers. And the 4 of Pentacles, yeah. Do not hold on to this energy, my darling Pisces. I feel there is something you need to come to a crossroads, make a decision, let it go, my darling Pisces. Anyway, what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the 9 of Swords. Now, the 9 of Swords is a card of, worry and anxiety and sleepless nights, and like that never-ending story card is basically, you can see the depiction in both of those. They're both got their hands in their, their head in their hands here. So I feel that's very similar energy that you've got going on here, my darling Pisces. But I feel that this is done. It's dead, done, over with, my darling Pisces. You need to release this energy. Let it go. Release whatever you're holding on to here. And I can see it here again with the 4 of Pentacles. You're holding on to energy too tightly because you're afraid to let it go. Let it go. If I need to start singing, I will sing. Let it go, baby. That's what I'm saying to you. I've got that song going around and around in my head. Let it go. So I feel that it's important for you to release this anxiety, worry, leave it in the past. We're through it now. It's no longer here to serve you. It's no longer part of your story, my darling Pisces. That's what I feel I need to tell you. And then you've got the Lovers. So this is Gemini energy. So if you do have Gemini in your chart, I would encourage you to go and watch the Gemini reading because there could be a message there for you. But the Lovers is all about coming to some kind of crossroad or a choice or a decision to make in a relationship, my darling Pisces. In the traditional tarot, there's a male and a female, and then there is a mountain, there is clouds, an angel, and then the sun is above the angel. The mountain between them literally means some kind of obstacle that they need to overcome. So I feel for you that now we're coming through that energy of, that murky energy that's been sort of giving us those nightmare vibes. It's time to make the decision. Which way do you go? And I feel that it could be in a relationship here because we've got the Lovers. So if there's been a relationship that's been on your mind that has been torturing you, that you don't know which way to go, it's time, my darling Pisces. It's time to make the decision whether it's to let them go for good and move on, or whether it's to let go what the differences are between you and move on so you can move on together. It's going to be different for everyone. I can't tell you what that is. Only you will know what that is, my darling Pisces. Because then you've got the Four of Pentacles, and so this is another card of holding on too tightly. It is the card of what are you holding on to for fear of letting go, my darling Pisces. Is it this relationship that you're holding on to? Is it a person? Is it a place? Is it a thing? Are you holding on too tightly to this person, place, or thing for fear of letting them go, for fear of moving forward without them or without this thing in your life? Only you can make that decision, my darling Pisces. But what I do know is if you hold on too tightly to something, then you're only going to push that person away, or it's going to slip through your fingers. Now, there's a saying that I learnt, which was if you cup sand in your hand and you squeeze it tightly, it all runs through your fingers. So it runs away. However, if you hold it and cup it and you just allow it to sit there, it will sit there and it will stay. So I feel that the message of that is that to not hold on too tightly for fear of letting go. If it's time for that person to go, if it's time for that thing, person, place, or thing to go out of your life, let them go. Because if they come back, they were yours. If they weren't truly yours, and it wasn't for you, my darling Pisces. As awful as that is, to realize what is meant for us will never pass us by. What is meant for us will be with us. That is what I know, my darling Pisces. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel this never-ending story and this Nine of Swords are connected. You're still bringing in to the future what has happened in the past. Let it go. This is not your story anymore, my darling Pisces. Let this energy go. It's not serving you. It's holding you back. Let it go. There is a choice or a decision you need to make in a relationship here. Make the decision. Whichever way you choose, if it's not right, choose another decision, choose another direction. But what I do know is if you're holding on for fear of letting go, you're going to lose it anyway, my darling Pisces. As I said, what is meant for you will never pass you by. Let it go. Move forward in whichever direction, whether that's with the person or without them, but just move forward, my darling Pisces, because you cannot stay stuck. This is not part of your story anymore, I don't feel. I feel it's time for you to move on, my darling Pisces. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. Would love to know if this resonates. Please put it in the comments. If you could help me out by like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Really does help my channel grow, and it just, I don't know, does something to the algorithm and pushes it out there for more people to see it. So I'd be very grateful. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Pisces. The situation will improve. So there you go. This will improve when you make the decision to move on, move forward. Compromise. Yeah, look, you know, if this is with someone else, which I feel it is, compromise is probably needed so you can both move forward with peace. Yeah. Was I singing Let It Go? Here it is. Let it go. There it is. So you can't make this up. This is the universe saying, I meant what I said. That was the song that I was hearing in my mind, was Let It Go, and then it came out. So wait, they say. There's something better. Yeah. You know, there is something better coming for you. So wait till you feel the time is right to make that decision, you know, but make a decision. I feel, don't not make a decision just because this says wait. But I feel that you need to make some kind of decision here, my darling Pisces. And whatever that will be for you will be for you. Like I said, whatever is meant for you will never pass you by, my darling Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.